Let's do this. Sports Clash, baby. It's time. We're back. Another episode of the Sports Clash. I'm Rich Arleo, here with Chris Carey. Chris, how you doing?
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Good. Had a nice weekend. It's like I know we missed a week. Apologies to all of our
Yeah, it's
many
your fault.
thousands of fans here.
Yeah.
Totally my fault. I apologize.
Our tens and tens of
A
fans.
lot of tens and tens of fans. But we are back. Recording here on a Sunday night, out Monday morning for you to enjoy during the week. It's a weird time in sports. It really is. I mean, it's like I'm ready for football. And usually I'm not this ready for football because the Yankees, I'm usually just locked in on the Yankees right now. Not the case right now. So and I have Aaron Rodgers. Like I'm like already ready. I was pumped for the Premier League season to start, which started this weekend. And I think it's kind of a good spot to start because, I know we don't, deep dive into soccer here, but Premier League season started this weekend. And right at the start, my Tottenham Hotspurs lost Harry Kane. And it's a sad, why do you love it?
Because
Why?
you're suffering. That's great. Your internal,
You just love my suffering. You got me a Harry Kane jersey to signify
I did.
my official Spurs fandom
I know.
back in 2015.
I know.
And that's all I knew. I mean, Harry Kane's been there since I started. He's kind of the reason I started becoming a Tottenham fan. And this was like basically his rookie year, and he was like we would play FIFA, and he was like a 79 at the time. But I would sub him in at striker, and I would still score with him. Just
I know.
right,
I hated his big
right
head
out of the gate, and then he became a big head and a superstar for Tottenham, and just for the last 8 or 9 years, I've watched nothing but Harry Kane and Tottenham, and he's been unbelievable. And we never won a trophy with him. We never won a major trophy, which sucks. And
in one of those in-season tournaments that
no, we won we won like 2 like exhibition trophies. That was, I think, it. But I mean,
important.
with soccer, and your Premier League, it's the Premier League title, Champions League, and even the Euros. That's kind of there's
Why don't we tell
lower
everybody where
trophies.
he's going, by the way?
He's going to Bayern. He's
Woo!
going to Germany, and they lost the German Super Cup today to RB Leipzig with Harry Kane coming off the bench.
It's the one with the Red Bulls logo, right?
Yes, yeah, that's like the phony Red Bulls, the phony New York, New Jersey Red Bulls. But yeah, it's. I mean, good for Bayern, and I hope he dominates there and wins, and I hope he does very well. Just hope he doesn't beat us for any Champions League trophies. That would suck. But bottom line is, it's a sad day as a Tottenham fan, and he's also the England captain, leaving the English Premier League, going to Germany, and he's obviously still captaining England, but it's gonna be sad, and it comes down to Daniel Levy and the whole just everybody with money who's running Tottenham. There's the chair. I guess Levy's the chairman, and there's
Come on, you Spurs.
the owners, and yeah, it's bad. It's sad.
Hey, at least he didn't go to Saudi Arabia, right?
At least he didn't go to Saudi Arabia. That would be good. Speaking of that, it sounds like Neymar is going to Saudi Arabia.
Of course, Neymar's fake as heck.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Heck, hell, damn it. I mean, Neymar is 31, which is, in my mind, he's perennially like 21. I don't know why. Like, you heard about this young kid coming up, and he was kind of, Mbappe before Mbappe. And I mean, he's obviously been unbelievable for some time now, and he's been with PSG now, but he's joining Al Hilal, which is, I just
food truck in front of my apartment.
My mouth is watering just thinking of the gyro right now. But I mean, he's
Your
taking a
your
ton.
accent, man.
Oh yeah,
It's just
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. I'm known for my accents, but PSG accepted a 90 million euro transfer offer from Al Hilal, so that's it's a lot of money.
Put some tzatziki on that,
Put some
baby. Woo!
tzatziki on that. Get a little spicy sauce there.
A little yogurt dip,
He's going to the
white sauce,
Saudis.
red sauce.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm in.
I double fisted two of those in Brooklyn when we were
Oh
younger,
man.
man.
Oh man. Yeah. When we were younger we could do that. Not so much.
Yeah, out of
I
commission
go
for 2 days,
yeah.
one for each allow.
Yeah. Oh, tell
Yeah,
me about it. Now my mouth's watering though. Kind of hungry. But Neymar to the Saudis. There was rumors he could come to MLS, but did not. And I think that's because he was just scared of Messi. He's seeing how much
Mess is cleaning
Messi and
up.
Inter Miami are just dominating right now.
It's like a
It's
one. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters, and everybody else is the Washington Generals or whatever they are. So they're
yeah,
just destroying Major League Soccer. It's pretty cool.
it's wild. I mean, he's dominated this League's Cup since he's since he's
Those
come
matter.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, it's a big cup for MLS and the Mexican League, and just to have him come on and he scored in every I think every match. Um, they won on penalties in this last round of six. Oh no, they won on penalties against FC Dallas, and then just shut out Charlotte in the quarterfinal. So now they have Philadelphia in the semifinal.
Nice.
Oh man. So Philly fans might lose another big playoff game. It's gonna be rough for them.
Oh, poor Philadelphia.
It's been
Love them.
a rough year. But I mean I've bet on him to score a goal in basically every match, and he scored a goal in every match. It's been money every single time. But let's get to our bread and butter here. Baseball.
The B&B.
It's like a sad topic for me right now. But
Why? Why
I
is
still
that, Rich?
well, I mean, because my Yankees are in
Oh,
last place and they're not gonna do anything. It's just become apparent, like it's over. It's over. The curtains have drawn. Their
wait though. At
the
least
season.
the AL East is like it's like a finished basement. At least like you're in the basement, but
Yeah.
it's like a nice basement because you're above 500. So like
Yes.
you can't be that upset. Like if my team was above 500 and in last place, and every other team in the league was crushing it, yeah, I'd be upset. But I'd be like, but we could still get the 45th wild card or whatever Manfred instituted. So you're there. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. We'd still probably be in first place in the AL Central. So
playoffs are still a possibility with this ridiculous expanding
no,
wild card.
no,
We're
I've
gonna have a
watched. No, watching this team, it's over.
well, yeah, they suck. I mean, I've
Done
been
and
saying they
dusted.
suck all year. They've sucked for years. They're terrible. They're the worst franchise in the history of sports. But you know, you're still close. There's a lot of baseball left to be played, man.
Well, yeah. Euros are looking good. I'm sure you're having a fun time here. The trade deadline came and
Yes.
went. Deadline day was a little bit quiet. We haven't actually spoke since deadline day.
Oh, can
Um,
we?
yeah, I mean, I look back at our predictions. You got zero right, and I got zero right. So we got
Excellent.
zero predictions correct. That went very well.
Well,
Um,
we're in a
but it
lot of
was,
we
in
have a lot of front
fairness,
office knowledge, definitely.
yes, we do. In fairness, it was
To be
kind of an
fair,
unpredictable deadline. Nobody had Verlander going back to the Astros, but that's what happened, and that was kind of the big deadline deal. And the Astros have made a strong push since they got Verlander back, and I hate it, and I hate it. I don't like it.
well, we just had a series against the Astros. It went okay, but I think the only guy that really did incredible was Mountcastle. But
It's been on
I am a
fire.
big fan of Jack Flaherty. I just want to say that that was like
It was a
sneaky
good
good.
ad. It was a good ad. Yeah, he's a big
Like
strikeout guy. I mean,
dude is like, I mean, he's got the repertoire and the stuff, and Adley hopefully has the knowledge, and they've been messing around a little bit. Like it's like they've got like these games to throw away, like apparently the Yankees do all the time. Jorge Mateo was in
punt
center
game,
field the other day.
little
Yeah.
punt
Uh,
games. Yeah,
like it was incredible. But I love Jack Flaherty. I mean, he is literally in the prime of his career, and he had just lost Yachty, and that's why maybe his numbers spiked. Maybe they saw something. Put him with a good catcher who can handle his repertoire, and bro, he looks great. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
I'm very happy for you.
Big fan.
Big
Big time.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, the O's are in a nice spot in the AL East. I mean, the Jays are not catching them, and obviously the Red Sox and Yankees are not. The Rays are still up to the heels, but the Rays have some issues. They've struggled, and this Wander Franco thing that broke Sunday. I don't know if you even saw. I don't really even want to dive deep into it because it's just a social media post. Nothing's happened. There's been no formal allegations or anything. But in short, a post went out with a 14-year-old girl showing pictures of her and Wanda Franco together and alleging that they've been dating. So that could be a problem. Franco was did not start today, uh, and was apparently on the bench for a couple innings and then left. And now the Rays had to. It's such a big story that the Rays came out with a statement saying that they're aware of the social media posts and they're taking them seriously and they're investigating. So I don't know what happens there, but that could be the span of anywhere from false allegations, nothing happened, and he's back in a week, or his career's over. I don't know, but there's a wide range of outcomes there, and that's
Well,
a scary scenario.
yeah, I was a big fan of Wander Franco breaking into the league. I thought he was the next, like, Roberto Clemente type of player, like just a generational talent. And if that's true, obviously he has no business being in the public spotlight or in the public sphere at all. It's pretty sick, and it's sad because it could be plausible after what happened with the dude on the Pirates a few years back.
It's
I mean,
just it's big news all over Twitter. People are,
X.
I mean, everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, on X. That's gonna take some getting used to. I cannot. Elon, I'm sorry, man, but like I can't do it. It's Twitter. It's
Yeah,
Twitter. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. The other fallout kind of from the deadline in the last couple of weeks. I mean, the Angels went all in. They held on to Otani. They added Giolito. They added CJ Cron, Randall Grichuk, and they went on a like 8-game losing streak after the trade deadline.
that's so
And
Angels.
they're kind of out of it. I think they have a worse record than the Yankees, who I've deemed officially out of it. So that's rough. It's very, but like you said, it's kind of just so Angels. That's what they do.
Honestly, I think it goes from ownership on down, just the mindset. Like you can't just keep adding. You can't keep sticking your finger in like the holes that are breaching the hull of the Titanic. Like it's just eventually you run out of fingers and toes, and you can't just throw money at everything. Just here, just take that. Like the Mets know not to do that anymore too.
Yeah,
But like it is, I don't know. Maybe it's like the Mets. I said being like the place you don't want to go in New York. Like the L.A. Angels of Anaheim, they're not really in Los Angeles, and they're like the second team there. They don't play in L.A. They're way out there. They've had a whole bunch of crap happen behind the scenes and things. The only good thing they've got going is Shohei Otani. Like,
that's
I mean,
really it.
ever since Scioscia's left, they haven't made a run,
Mhm.
and it's been Mike Trout against the world. And Rendon didn't pan out. You had the whole Tyler Skaggs thing and the fallout from that. Like, it is just. I don't know. Like, if there's anybody that should be chanting "sell the team," it's the Angels fans. But
Yeah,
it's outside of the stuff with like Dan Schneider, it's the owner mentality of like, let's just keep trying things. Let's just keep throwing things at the wall and seeing what happens. And man, at least you went for it and you weren't the guy that like sold Otani, but now this is worst case
Yeah,
scenario.
yes, it's
This is
100%.
worst case
It's worst
scenario.
case scenario because yeah, you're not the guy who traded Otani, but you're the guy who's probably going to lose Otani for nothing now, and you're not going to have a World Series run for it, and you're not going to retain him off. Like they went in on this being like, look, we're right there, let's go for it, and maybe we make a run, and we sell Otani on staying here. Now it's over. I mean, he's not coming back after they're going to miss the playoffs again, and all they have to show for it is Lucas Giolito, and that's about it. I don't know what Trout. They'll probably trade Trout too when they once they lose Otani. At this point, I mean, why not? And Trout is kind of. I mean, it's been happening for years now. It's just kind of a slow decline as his body breaks down. He's had some chronic issues, and it's sad to see. And I'm not saying Trout is, I'm not saying his career's done, but it's pretty clear like the guy is not a 162 game guy anymore. I mean, who is in this league, but
Right.
it's it's not
Well,
happening.
it's not the NBA. There are guys that go 162. There definitely
Yeah,
are those guys. There are
there's a
the
couple. They're all in the
yeah.
Braves. They're all in the Braves.
They're all on the Braves.
The
Dude,
Braves are
poor
literally
Lucas
playing.
Giolito. Let's
Go
think
for
about
Lucas.
Lucas Giolito's career for a second. Huge prospect for the Nationals. Gets traded from the Nationals. The Nationals win the go to the World Series. Amazing. He's sitting in Chicago. He was there right after they went on their run, and
Yeah,
then he goes to the Angels,
they didn't
and
even
he's
have
like,
a
"Okay,
run.
this might be the run. This is it." Like Lucas Giolito is a really nice, smart, well-spoken guy. All the talent in the world. Like, and
Yeah.
he is just missing every wave, and it's kind of funny. And now he's stuck in. Well, I don't know what his contract's like. He might be out of there soon, but you know, he just he just can't win.
Tough, tough for Lucas, but I mean, he's still pretty young. He's 27. I think he'll be okay. He'll land somewhere. I don't know what his contract is right now either, but yeah, it's rough. And the White Sox obviously aren't going anywhere. There's just the playoff picture's kind of taking shape a bit, and there's some surprises, but also just some disappointments. I mean, I obviously my Yankees, but also in the National League, you look at the Mets have just been a complete disaster, and then the Padres. I mean, people had the Padres and going to the World Series this year, and they're 56 and 62 right now. It's bad.
Not good.
And the Giants, how? How are the Giants good? They're 63 and 55. How are they
You know
doing
what they
this?
did? They didn't spend a fuckload of money on Aaron Judge.
But they're not going anywhere. I'm sorry. Like are they gonna sneak in the wild card? They have okay pitching, but
It's what the
okay.
Giants do, man.
I mean,
It's what the Giants
If you
do.
put Aaron Judge on the Giants right now, they're probably a World Series contender.
No, because they don't have the other pieces that they
What
bought.
other piece? No, no. Tell me what other pieces they don't have because
Conforto.
they spent on Aaron Judge. Okay,
Conforto's having a good year.
is he?
Yeah. They brought in what's his face from Mitch Haniger.
Conforto's hitting 238. Sorry, yeah, no, 238.
So
I
look at his
mean,
power numbers.
720 OPS.
It's decent.
It's not decent.
You know what's nice too?
It's almost 100 points below his career average of 813
He's
OPS.
got a lot of good toes as well. So
Yeah, good for him. Good
yeah,
for him. Yeah, they're all
there's that.
conforted.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you know what the
they could
Giants do? They
the
also
Giants
have
clearly had the
prospects that
money.
come up. You know what they do? They don't trade everybody away and throw money at everything.
The
They
Yankees
don't.
don't trade their
No,
prospects.
but they
If you that
build
that's the
and
point you're trying to
spend. They
make.
do it the right way. They have a limit. They
They
have a limit, and they do it, and they're managed well, and they're in the analytics world, and they do a good job.
I'll give the
They're a
credit to
well-run
I'll
franchise.
give the credit to Kapler, and they are a well-run
Gabe,
franchise.
yeah, beautiful
They
Gabe.
are,
Hmm.
but I still don't think that they're going anywhere. But they're having a good season, so good for them. They if they had Aaron Judge, they might be. World Series contender, but they
Get
didn't.
out of here. No, it's one player. You have to build a team. I love I don't know. I like the Giants. They pitch well. They build their team to their ballpark just like the Yankees do, but they they, they
Well,
play
they stopped
defense and
doing
they
that.
and they hit. Yeah,
The Yankees stopped building their team to their ballpark
maybe
without
that's their
signing
problem.
lefties. Yeah, it probably is.
It totally is.
Last point on baseball I want to bring up.
JD
It's
Davis,
kind
that
of
was the guy I was thinking of.
yeah, great player. Okay,
Dude, he was an all-star.
yeah, he's awesome. He's so good. The Giants are awesome. They're gonna make a run. Um,
You just said they were.
they're having a good. My point is, they're having a good season. Good for them. Congrats.
Okay,
What
moving on.
what I wanted to talk about, and we didn't have a show last week. It's kind of come in and found its resolution now. But Kevin Brown, the Orioles broadcaster, Chris, I'll kick it to you if you want to kind of talk about this and shit on the Orioles front office. I mean, I'm
You
done.
know what? It's fine because I'm a fan of the team. I'm not a fan of the owner. I've never been a fan of their owner.
There.
Peter Angelos is also half alive right now, and he's the actual owner of the team. He's got his two idiot sons fighting over control of the team in court. They lost a shitload of money to the Nationals for the Masson lawsuit when the Expos came to Washington. Their ownership is just complete crap, and they're winning despite the ownership. But the one dude, I forget which one it is, whatever Angelos, John Angelos, I believe it is, has paper thin skin. It's like balsa wood at this point. Like he went off on Martin Luther King Day at Dan Connolly, the reporter for The Athletic, when rumors were swirling about him moving the team to Nashville and the lawsuit between the brothers came about and said, basically to the mayor of Baltimore, do you have problems with putting together this partnership where you're bringing inner city youths, through the funding of the Baltimore Orioles to, scholarships and stuff like that when this team could bolt? Basically, that was the gist of it. And this idiot says, I'll handle this, and just blast Dan Connolly, who is like an award-winning writer and has every right to ask that because it is completely relevant to what they were talking to, and says, there's no business of being on Martin Luther King Day. You say this guy is a moron. The fact that Gary Thorne is not the announcer of the Orioles as well is hilarious. And watch an Orioles broadcast, and they all match. They all have to wear team gear like a bunch of goons.
I've
And
heard
they have
that.
the
Yeah.
youngest broadcast out there, aside from Jim Palmer and Ben McDonald, who are incredible at what they do. But they don't want to be sat next to these 22-year-olds who they're underpaying, and this guy can control whatever they say, obviously. So he suspends Kevin Brown. Kevin Brown doesn't even write his own shit. He doesn't create the graphics, and he reported the facts. The Orioles have sucked for years. They have sucked for years on purpose, too.
Yeah.
This is a purposeful move by ownership to suck to get to this point. And you suspend him for saying, hey, we sucked for a few years. Like, we literally sucked, and we knew it. We had record losses, like absolutely abysmal. We were everybody was like a 5'2" fat guy playing infield for like 6 seasons. It was embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. Kevin Brown's an incredible announcer, by the way. Incredible announcer. And what
And
happened with
yeah,
this? Him getting suspended, the other announcers in baseball standing up for him and mentioning it on pretty much every broadcast. This idiot too, John Angelos, does not care either how stupid he looks and how what the image is of him and ownership and what he's doing. This guy is a fucking moron. He is an absolute fucking moron, and he has to grow a pair and get his whatever to be a little bit more callous to the fact that this man reported the facts. He didn't write it. He didn't do it, and he had to stand there and or not even stand there, sit down and not do his job because the owner took exception to him saying that the team sucked when the team sucked. That's just stupid and wrong, and it's honestly a violation of the First Amendment. You know what? Kevin Brown has a lawsuit if he wants a lawsuit.
he
And one
definitely
of the
does.
things that came out was that these guys need to unionize. They should have an announcers union because this was a complete injustice and an absolute embarrassment to an incredible season that we're having.
And that's the thing.
All I got.
That was fantastic. And that's the thing. It's the only blemish on an Orioles team that's become kind of a darling for just baseball fans in general. The team that everybody can root for, and I don't think it affects them really.
No.
It's an off the field thing, and it's
Oh,
nothing
sorry. This guy also
crazy,
fired the
but
PA announcer because he
yeah.
tweeted something he didn't
Yeah.
like too.
Yeah, I think at bottom line, he's never gonna Angelos is never gonna realize how stupid he is. He's too into himself. It's
He's
gonna
trying to
probably
control
keep
his
happening. Yeah,
narrative,
he's
and
controlling his
that's it.
narrative. But that, I mean, like you said, it was a pre-production, segment. They had graphics with it. He said it was basically, we've struggled here in Tampa Bay. Now we're getting better and we're winning, and it was just shocking. So,
You know, this jerk
and
is sitting in his apartment with his slippers on his drum, going, "I don't like this.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
like this. Why is he
yeah,
saying this? I don't like this.
yeah.
I'm gonna suspend
Why's
that
he gotta
guy."
Why's he gotta
Like,
mention no?
what are
We
you, Dan
lost.
Snyder,
Yeah,
swirling your snifter, being like,
your
"I
boy.
got dirt on everybody."
That's your
Like,
boy,
what are
though.
you loser? Like, you're a loser, John Angelos. I hope you lose every dollar that you have. I
Yeah,
really do. He's even in a lawsuit. This is, his mother's involved in the lawsuit too. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Well, hey, good for the O's because they've kind of gotten through this already, and it's kind of just in the past, and they're such a good, fun young team. They're one of the teams that, the America team that they're okay with rooting for. The Basically what it
Charm
is
City, baby.
any young team that has struggled for years and now has young players, and they're exciting. Like, everybody does nobody hates them yet, so we're all in on them. It's the Reds, it's the Orioles,
But
all of these
But the
teams.
point is, we struggled on purpose. This was
Yeah,
an ownership
yeah,
directive to
well, yeah,
bring in the Astros team, that the Astros front office that tanked to
yeah,
make the Astros what they are. And it took 5 years of losing, and they were open about it. And now you take
yeah.
exception to the
Yeah, he
facts
should probably just be like, "Hey, yeah, I mean, we did this, we sucked, and
on
now it's
purpose.
yeah, yeah,
We didn't just suck to
yeah,
suck, and nobody's bashing the franchise.
yeah."
I can't even. I can't
No,
even.
it's wild. Well, it was good to see, like you said, all the other broadcasters came to his defense. There was kind of public outrage, and he's back in the booth. And if like you said, he's probably got a lawsuit in his hands. If he's got to have the upper hand here now, because if they do anything further, he can take action, and he'll have a lot of support, and he'll have all the
And he
backup to
very
do it.
well should. He very well should. The
Yeah, he should.
embarrassment that this caused him, this man like got to the pinnacle of his profession at a very young age, and he's incredible at what he does.
Yeah,
He
he's
is an
very good.
awesome announcer. He's the only guy I can listen to and not think, man, I wish we had Gary Thorne.
Yeah, they did a nice job replacing him with the young guy, and they wanted to mess it up, but it looks like they got past it, and hopefully there's no other issues, and we'll see how far the Orioles can go this year.
You better be super positive going forward, right?
Love the O's. Let's go O's.
Whoa.
So excited.
Snip that. I want that on a
Uh,
vine if that's still a thing.
it's definitely not a thing anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
It
right. We
shows
got.
my presence.
Yeah, I do want to transition into football because my Yankees suck, and I am all in on my Jets. You seem excited. What was your immediate thought with football? Because I want to hear it.
Oh no, I'm not excited except
You're
for
not
Sam Howell.
excited.
Sam Howell was
Oh,
incredible.
oh, you're excited by dude
Sorry,
by
yeah.
Sam
So
Howell.
let's talk about some football. But
So-
go ahead with the Jets. Have fun with the Jets then.
no,
Sam Howell
I
is
want to hear more
cranking
about
beers
Sam
tonight,
Howell.
and he is crushing it. Dude, he was 9 of 12, 77 yards as a touchdown.
Ooh,
Dropped a
woohoo,
26-yarder to Jahan Dotson, who's going to have a
woohoo.
great freaking year. Eric Bieniemy, baby. Ron Rivera is on his way out because he hired this guy and he had no idea who
Ooh,
he was, and the players
wow,
don't like him, but it's working. So
wow.
yeah,
The enemy
but take it
already.
away.
So you got one preseason game. You got
The enemy.
anointing Sam Howell, and the
Oh,
enemy's the new
he's
head
he's been
coach.
anointed. Yes,
Wow. All right.
body of Christ.
How many wins? How many wins? 11, 12?
He had a few at the end of the season. What, two? Oh,
No,
and how many are
I'm
they going
like,
to have
how?
this year?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me a number.
Oh, I mean, we're a very frequent playoff team, even though we
Yeah,
don't win. So
yeah.
yeah, we
Usually
usually
quit the
make it to the
playoffs.
playoffs. But yeah,
Usually,
no, we're going there. I'm telling
yeah,
you, it's
yeah.
happening.
All
hmm
right, I'm
Mark
ready.
my words. The Giants are not good
How many wins? Give me a number.
for
Putting
the
you on the spot.
Washington football franchise.
How many wins will the Commanders have this year?
9,
9 wins. Okay,
but I think this division is going to be incredible.
so they're going to win 9 games in an incredible division with Sam Howell as their quarterback.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It's going to
I
be a finished basement, just like the Yankees.
love it. I love
Yep.
it. I love it. Well, my Jets, they're on Hard Knocks right now. It's
Oh
weird.
boy.
It's weird because we record on Sunday. Hard Knocks comes out on Tuesday. Everybody's beaten to death what happened on Hard Knocks by this point. But I did want to say I'm enjoying it. The first episode was a lot of fun, and it's Aaron Rodgers, and he's just a great dude, and we've talked about how all knowing he is, and he's just in a great mindset, and he seems happy to be a Jet, which makes me happy because not everybody's happy to be a Jet. It's nice to see, and I got this little moment on Hard Knocks, like I'm watching Aaron Rodgers walking out one of the practices, and start to cheer his name, and I'm like, Aaron Rodgers, fucking Jet. Like, this is my quarterback. And then all of a sudden,
It's my quarterback.
Ed Sheeran shivers hits, and like Aaron Rodgers is just dropping bombs to the shivers. And I'm like, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready for football.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was just I'm so excited. I'm ready for the next episode. It was kind of just a plain episode. It wasn't very exciting, but it was just as a Jets fan, it was unbelievable. The Hackett stuff is funny. Um, they did touch on the whole Hackett Peyton thing, and um, they were throwing passes in practice, and they were playing some kind of game where it was like you kind of try to screw him up. So Hackett's just like saying stupid shit to screw up Rogers, and then Hackett goes to throw, and then Rogers like Sean Payton. Right as he throw, and they got into it a little bit. Nothing new came of it. We talked about the Rogers stuff a couple weeks ago, but I'm ready. I'm fully ready for a Nate Hackett just resurgence. Just I want to see this guy become a hero
You mean ride
for
Rogers'
Jets
coattails again?
fans. Yes, yeah,
There you go.
ride him all
There
the
you go.
way
Let's call a
to
spade a
a
spade.
Jets Super Bowl. I'm
Yeah.
in. I am
This
in.
is the ultimate, like,
Yeah.
I am hitched to your bandwagon type of situation. Let's see if we can do it again.
Preseason stuff. I mean, NFL. This was the first week of preseason. I'm not sitting down watching preseason football, but the Jets did have a nice shutout win against the Panthers, so that was nice. Um, Kind of the highlights. I don't know if you saw Jaguars backup quarterback Nathan Rourke had the play of the preseason so far. He avoided like 4 sacks
Johnny
somehow.
Manziel style.
Yeah, it was one of those like, how did he come up with it? And then he came up, and as he's getting pulled down, he threw a touchdown pass. It was unbelievable play. So that's what you look for in preseason. You just want to see like stupid shit from a nobody, and then everybody could be like, "Oh, Nathan Rourke." I
It
mean,
sounds like college football. Just watch college football.
yeah,
It's the rules are better and the
yeah,
sport is better. So yeah.
yeah. Look, I'll let you lead our college football talk this year.
Okay, good.
I'm never gonna get into it.
The
I
Big
just
Ten's taking
can't.
over America. We're going to be in 50 states pretty soon.
Good. I'm in. Let's go. I love football. I love gambling. I'm happy to get into it. Saturday, you just got to send me what I need to bet on, and I'll watch it, and I'll be into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you. Dude, the first 4 weeks of college football is where you
that's where
win
you
your
bet.
money for the
Yes,
season. That's it.
yes, yes.
Yep.
I'm in.
After that, don't bet on college football unless it's like West Coast late night, even though the Pac 12 is dead.
I'm in. Just tell me. Just give me my bets, and I'm in. I will
Sounds
watch it.
good.
I
Buckeyes
love
for the win.
football. I'm ready for football. That's usually what I end up doing. Usually just be like, "Oh, Buckeyes are gonna win this." Like, okay,
I give you the
they're gonna
player props all the time.
yeah.
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 Good.
The last thing with NFL preseason, I saw Trey Lance had his debut and he just got sacked a bunch. Like he was just on his ass. And it's funny to look at the quarterback puzzle that Trey Lance is finally he's taking over in San Francisco. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he
It's not
replaces.
Purdy.
I don't know. Is it gonna be Purdy? I really
I saw some about Purdy being QB1 no matter what.
he's QB1 no matter what.
I don't know. I mean, the guy needs Tommy John surgery for all I know, but yeah, pretty sure. And it's well deserved if he is.
Yeah, I guess he's QB1. I is it gonna I mean, first of all, Sam Darnold, third string. I mean, that he could just come right
That's a
out there.
talented quarterback room, dude. That's a really talented quarterback room. But
Well, that's Shanahan thinking that he could put any decent arm back
that is
there.
the most Shanahan thing you can do.
Yeah.
It is Shanahan thinking anybody in my system is great.
Yeah. He'll plug
Sometimes they're
Purdy
right.
in there. He'll plug Lance. He'll plug Darnold. Doesn't matter. I mean, you got McCaffrey and Mitchell at running back, and they're loaded. They'll be fine, I'm sure. But I don't know. But he replaces Jimmy G, who I started looking. I was like, oh, so Jimmy G's gone. Where'd he go?
Hell,
And
Las Vegas.
yeah, so he goes to Vegas, replaces Carr. So Jimmy G's the starter in Vegas, throwing.
How amazing is that?
I mean, I, it's kind of it's kind of wild. I don't know how he's still like considered a starter. I guess
Because he's
this.
Jimmy G. He walks in and everybody just smiles like that guy's beautiful. Like it's like, oh, you just give him
Yeah,
whatever he wants.
I mean,
He
he's
probably doesn't
got.
have to pay for a bill at a restaurant. He's Jimmy
Yeah,
G.
he's got Devontae Adams there, and
It's his
he's got
beard
he's
that is gonna
got
make
it's his
him
beard.
like
Yeah,
they're just gonna show like he is not that good, but he's gonna look great with Devontae Adams. We'll see.
sure,
No
maybe.
Waller though.
Yeah,
We'll see too.
yeah, no
And Jacobs
Waller.
is not happy.
Yeah,
Jacobs
Jacob's
is
not
not happy.
happy. They're not. Oakland's not going to do anything. And then Carr is in New Orleans, and he's kind of trying to give them some stability since I mean Breeze retired a couple of years ago, and it's been a shit show of Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, Andy
I love
Dalton.
Jameis Winston. I loved him
He's
still.
still there. Jameis is
I know.
ready. He's still the backup, and he'll still be there. But I don't know. I mean, Derek Carr was linked to the Jets for a while this offseason, and it was kind of every Jets fan didn't. No Jets fan wanted Derek Carr.
It was the logical choice. It really was. If you weren't going to get a trade for Aaron Rodgers, he was the guy that you were missing out on if you didn't get him. So
Yeah, but that
I
was
dude,
I didn't want
Derek
the
Carr made it.
consolation prize.
He made
He
a
was the
great move
consolation
though.
prize.
I can't wait to see how he does. I mean, he's got Olave and hopefully Michael Thomas. And like, dude, you just either throw it up to Olave or just bowl it to Michael Thomas and he'll catch everything. So I don't know. I think he's got a great situation. He's got Kamara. He's got everybody. So I don't know.
I heard
I
that.
like the Saints because they're Ohio State of the South. It's the best.
Sure. I mean Kamara. I mean he's suspended 3 games, but they have Jamal Williams, who scored a ton of touchdowns for Detroit, and like you said, Olave, probably Michael Thomas.
They got
It's a
Jimmy Graham.
talented. Yeah, it's a talented offense, and they're always good. And I think I saw something about the Saints defense. Like their schedule this year is pretty easy. They do not really face any big time offenses. So who knows? I mean, they got the Honey Badger there still. It could be a
Got
solid
my boy Pete
defense.
Werner from Ohio State. They got Marshawn Lattimore from Ohio State.
Yeah.
They got Michael Thomas. They've got Olave. They've got
Marcus
Cam
May,
Jordan.
former
Dude, they've
Jet.
got
Yeah,
everyone. Dude,
yeah,
I love.
yeah.
Dude, I'm looking at this guy, third string free safety though. His name's Smoke Monday. What a great name. Sorry, just tangent there, but anywho, Smoke Monday. I hope he
Wait,
makes the team.
Smoke Monday out of Auburn. Wow, that's my new favorite player.
That is what, dude. I gotta get a Monday jersey. Anywho, moving on. For just for
Drink Sunday,
browse.
smoke Monday. That's my new motto.
Dude, I just saw that as I'm going through depth charts. That was incredible.
Wow.
Anywho,
Wow. I mean, these names are getting more incredible every time I don't know if people just don't give a shit anymore and they're just naming their kid the funniest thing to try to
the
go
best
viral.
was the college recruit that went to Auburn, the coldest to ever do it.
Nicole, Nicole- there is a TikTok out there that highlights all of the best names in college football right now, and it is funnier than the old Key and
Yeah.
Peele
Oh, dude,
skits.
it's so
Like
true.
it's become like it used to be like, oh, DeBrickershaw Ferguson, what a silly name, but now it's fucking Smoke Monday and the coldest to do it, and all these guys like, what is going on? We we
Anywho,
might we might need to do a deep dive on the funniest college football names, but
yeah, I'm into that.
we'll save that for another time.
I'm into that.
But I'm ready for football. It just is what it is. So let's get near the end here. Do our typical weekly segment: the good, the bad, and the shitty. Chris, I know you're very unprepared as always, but I w- I will start us off here with a good. Get us going. And I'm gonna give my good going to baseball. I'm gonna give it to Freddie Freeman. This
Wow.
guy, him and Mookie with the Dodgers are just they're taking over right now, and Freddie's hitting I think 342 on the season right now. He's already got 100 runs scored. He's going to finish with over 20 homers and 20 steals and over 100 RBIs. He's already outpacing those. I don't think he's going to win the MVP because I think Acuna is probably going to run away with it. But him and Mookie right now are making a charge, both in the MVP race and pushing the Dodgers kind of well ahead in the NL West. It's it's impressive. I mean, it was a great signing, and the Braves, good on them. They pulled in Matt Olson, and they haven't skipped a beat. But Freddie has not slowed down whatsoever, and he's maybe the best overall hitter in baseball still. So good on Freddie. Chris, who's your
Oh yeah.
good?
Well, it was gonna be Sam Howell, but then I got too excited. I
No,
spilled
let's
the
go.
beans on
Go
Sammy
on, Sam.
Ballgame. No, no, no.
Go for it.
My good is my guy, Justin Fields.
Wow.
He might
Okay.
have thrown the ball a total of like 10 freaking yards, but he ended up with 129 yards. So really my good is probably going to be the Chicago Bears this year. Justin Fields is and was, a very heavily predominant running quarterback last year, but they brought in some tools that are going to allow him to shine. And this dude throws deep balls, and he didn't do it in the preseason, obviously, but he drops them in a freaking bucket. But one of the best lines I've ever seen in the preseason for a quarterback: 3 attempts, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and might have thrown the ball a total of 10 yards. But he is going to be a good. The stats are good, and he's going to be pretty darn good and high on my fantasy radar this year.
What's the Bears over under? Kind of wanna kind of wanna
Yeah,
hit
no,
that.
honestly, it's a good one to look at. With the way that their offense clicked in the first couple drives of the preseason was pretty impressive.
It's 7.5.
That's ooh, with no Rodgers in that division too. Let's go.
I might
I'd hit the
might
Bears
take that.
7.5 for
I might
sure.
take that. It's at -130,
Look
but
at this live betting happening right
yeah,
now.
wow,
Straight to
I
your
might
living
do it.
room.
I might do it. I'm in. I'm in. All right, get all these good vibes out of here. Let's go to the bad. Who you got?
Haha, you're gonna love this. My bet is Joe freaking Ryan. Joe Ryan sucks. You had two first names. You better live up to one of them, buddy. last last 5 games, 23 earned runs in 22 innings. Oh, dude, he started so hot, and you were all on the Joe Ryan hype
He
train.
got hurt. He's
All
hurt.
up on
He's
the
on
Joe
the
Ryan hype.
IL.
Oh,
He's on the
oh,
IL.
oh, oh,
Leave him alone. He's hurt.
oh. I'm not leaving him alone, dude. You have more earned runs than innings pitched in your last 5 starts. That sucks. You should be my shitty, but I'm letting you be my bad because you had a good start to the year, and you're on our joint fantasy team because I listened to you. So that's
Well,
my
we need
bad,
him.
Joe
We
Ryan.
need him.
Yeah,
We
get a
need him.
last
Real
name, brother.
quick, my bad. I'm giving it to a couple guys. Couple 2023
Wait,
call
this is
ups.
unprecedented. You can't give
Yeah,
it to a couple
I can,
guys.
I can, I
Mike
can group.
Good would have went to half my fantasy team.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
It
It's
would have
just
went to
not impressive. I've done
Mountcastle,
this before.
Bellinger,
I've done this
Tucker,
before, and I'll do it again.
Acuna,
I
yeah,
write the
Gunner.
rules. I write the rules in this game. So my bad. There's a couple of 2023 call ups who are struggling mightily. Brett Beatty was so bad that
Sucks
he got sent down. Jordan Walker,
because he's on the Mets.
Jordan Walker on the Cardinals, the big, like top.
Surprised about that one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, struggled. Henry Davis,
Who?
former top pick of the
Because he's on the
Pirates.
Pirates. I know.
I know, but I mean, these guys have gotten called up and have struggled mightily. And some people may want to shit on Volpe, but he's had a nice season. He's gonna finish with
Chicken Parmesan.
2020 season. I mean, he'll probably hit 220, but played a good shortstop. He's done enough on a team that should not have relied on him at all. He should have been, just a background piece. But anyway, bottom line is a lot of 2020 call ups have failed mightily. Brett Beatty, Jordan Walker, Henry Davis. You're bad. My shitty? I'll go right into it. Megan Rapinoe and the U.S. women's soccer team.
Oh no.
What the fuck? You're supposed to win every time. What are you doing?
Oh no. This is not cool.
No, it's cool. I believe in equality, and if I'm gonna shit on the men's team, I'm gonna shit on the women's team. Megan Rapinoe has played like absolute shit. She was supposed to be the captain, the stalwart of the team. Missed a penalty kick. Missed the it was in penalties. Yeah, we needed that to win, and she misses it. Goes over the bar. She laughs about it, and we lose. And the United States are out in the round of 16 after a bad qualifying round where they just squeak through. Come on, ladies, come on. What are you doing? We need you.
Wow.
Are you
Talking
you're
about
supposed to
a
be better than the men? I don't know what we're doing here.
yeah.
Get it together. And Nike had a big ad with Megan Rapinoe, like animated ad painting her as some like hero. She did nothing, and they're out.
She's not now because she missed one goal, dude.
Yes,
Talk about a double
facts.
standard. Get the hell out of here with your
No double
misogyny.
standards. No, no,
Yeah,
absolutely
get out of
not.
here. Our ladies are
Absolutely not.
incredible, and they're not oppressed, and they can crush anybody in the world. They just got
I
unlucky.
I mean I
Anybody could
mean
win any given day.
I mean some of the women who are not on the team anymore have already shit on the team this year's team. So I'm not the only one doing it. I'm just saying. Pretty embarrassing. Come on. Be better. We're Americans. Chris, who you got?
I don't even know what to do to that or do with that. I really just don't. Wow. I just, wow.
Gotta be better.
My shitty, and it might be a few years too late on this, but my shitty is going to be Jadeveon Clowney, who is looking to sign with the Jaguars right now. This dude was a former #1 overall pick. He's like what 32 or 31. He's still a free agent, and he is not making Chris Jones money. That's for sure. This dude has effort issues, and a long time ago, I remember thinking I can't believe this guy's sitting out a year, and he gets drafted #1 overall still after popping Denard Robinson's helmet off at South Carolina. He's like, oh, he's so good. This dude had the league by the balls, and he just was one of the worst pass rushers I've ever seen. And I thought the Browns were going to be an excellent defense last year in the actual fantasy leagues that value defenses and kickers. Those are the leagues that I value. I thought the Browns were going to be a decent defense, but anywho, Jadeveon Clowney is my shitty. That's all I got.
He's been a shitty. He's 30 now, man.
Yeah,
Might
he's
as well
old
get
and he
him out of
hasn't
the
done
league.
anything, and he was
Yeah.
so good. All the talent in the world.
Yeah. Real shame.
Suck.
Real shame. Well, that's good, bad, shitty. Chris, you got anything for us, or are we taking it home?
Take it home.
You got nothing. Unprepared as
nothing.
always. Chris, I love you. That'll do it for another episode of the Sports Class. Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, let's have a good week.
Oh, bye. Fuck you.